Hello and welcome to today's video. This is going to be a quick morning skincare routine. As you can probably tell, I have my hair in my towel and no, I'm not naked. I just literally got out of the shower and I'm ready to do my skincare routine. I'm gonna do a more simplistic version of my routine. This is gonna be the morning skincare products. I do switch it up based off of my mood. This is just what I pulled for today because this is what I felt like using. And I thought it would be kind of fun to kind of show you what that routine is like. Kind of something that's behind the scenes that I don't typically share. I wanted to show you some more things and just kind of do different style videos. So we're doing a skincare routine. So let's go ahead and do our routine together. I'm gonna talk you through the products. The first step of my routine, both morning and night, regardless of how intense or how short the routine is, it's cleansing. So I always go in with the Prequel. I've been using Prequel skincare for well over a year. And this is the Gleanser with salicylic acid. It has a blue cap. I'm actually almost out of this, so I did order the original Gleanser, which it has 50% glycerin. It hydrates the skin, never strips it. This is my second or third bottle of the original cleanser, and I've only gone through one bottle of the one with the salicylic acid. Both are a beautiful formula that hydrate, cleanse, never strip, make the skin feel nice and comfortable. That's why I keep going back to these. You can get them online. I will link to everything down below. I love that cleanser and I love this brand. So with that, I've already cleansed the skin. I've already patted my skin dry. So now I need to go in with some toners. The first one that I'm gonna use is this one. This is the Rice Toner from Anua. This is the Rice 70 plus Ceramide. It's a Milky Glow Toner. I have loved this so much. As you can see, I've been making my way through it. So this is very liquidy, very runny. I'm going to use a little bit. I'm pouring it right into my hands, kind of getting it going. And then I'm just gonna press this into the skin. And this immediately is going to add glow and hydration, but it's not gonna be too greasy, too slippery. This is perfect for someone with oily skin, for someone with acne prone skin, which I do consider myself acne prone. Given the right product and situation, it will break out. So keeping that in mind, I don't like to use a lot of heavy things during the daytime because I always follow with a makeup routine. And then I like to kind of rub this in, and this immediately adds glow and moisture back into the skin, and my skin feels immediately soothed, comforted, feeling like I don't need to put moisturizer on, but I will. I've got some other products up my sleeve. So I will usually do what I just did maybe once or twice with this. But I wanted to share with you a new Milky toner. This is from TirTir. This is the Milky Skin Toner. I bought this small one off of Amazon. I've only had this for about a week and I've been using it every single morning and every night. It is wonderful. It is very similar to this one from Anua, but I think this is just a little bit glowier, a little bit more hydrating. So if you have dry skin, you will love this. If you have more combo to oily or acne prone, I would say give this one a go from Anua. Again, both are going to be linked down below. I got the small size and I should have just bought the large one and got it over with because I know I'm going to buy this again. This is wonderful. This comes in a glass bottle, which is really nice with a screw-on lid. Again, it's one of those that you do have to pour out into your hand. You could put this onto a cotton pad if you wanted to, but I'm just going to use my hands today. And let me just show you how much glowier and dewy my skin is going to get using this. I just kind of pat first and then I make sure that it's all incorporated and applied very evenly, and this feels so hydrating and so nourishing on the skin. I don't know what took me so long to try it, but I'm here and I'm excited to try more. So if you have products from this brand in your routine that you love, drop me a comment and let me know what's the next TirTir product I should try. After those toners have been applied, regardless of how many layers or how many brands I mix, I always go in with the Anua Azelaic Acid Serum. This is my second bottle. I love this serum. I am new to this brand. However, I do use azelaic acid every single day, every morning. I have been for years, so I have loved this one. It looks green, but when you put it on, it goes completely clear. There is no green tint, but this is going to soothe the skin. I use about almost a full pipette worth, get it into the hand, and I massage this all over the forehead, between the brows. I don't go around the eyes with this. This is going to help brighten and soothe the skin. It is tremendously comforting to the skin when you have irritation, redness, if you have rosacea. It's going to soothe that. And I like the azelaic acid because even though it's an acid, it is not very harsh on the skin. It is very soothing, very calming, but it tones down that redness. It keeps my skin from breaking out. If I do get breakouts, it's just here and there. I absolutely love this formula. As I said, this is my second bottle because I just love it. And that just goes right in, feels really silky, soft, and smooth. And I just adore it. I love this serum. As I said in the start of the video, this routine is gonna be a little bit more simplistic just because I wanna get through it and I wanna get on with my day. I still need to have coffee and eat breakfast. So I'm gonna go in with moisturizer next. This is the Urea Advanced Relief Moisturizing Milk with 10% urea from Prequel. I've gone through bottles of these already. As I said before, I have been using Prequel skincare for well over a year. I have a full in-depth video review of the products that I had at the time. I have since expanded my collection to some of their other products like their AM and PM Modern Moisturizer. This is a new launch for the brand. I also did pick up the lip visor with SPF to try out as well. They have a clear and a tinted. So we'll get into some new Prequel products in a separate video, but I'm gonna do just a little bit of this. I typically don't do a full pump for the daytime, but I'm gonna do a little bit more because I'm gonna just say I got sunburn real bad, okay? And I did get a little bit of sun. I have some freckles that are starting to appear because of that. And I just want an extra boost of moisture, so I'm gonna add more today. Because like I said, my skin has been through it. I've been under the sun and my skin just needs a little extra boost of moisture. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. And I'm also gonna take this under the eyes and just slightly above the eyelids, kind of like the brow bone. Not too much in the lids because this will migrate and I don't wanna get into my eyes. So I just kind of avoid the lids. But go around the brows, the hairline, go right here on the neck and upward motions. And this immediately adds a lot of moisture. It is a moisturizing milk and I will show you the texture. Let me pump some on the back of my hand so you can see it is runny, but it has a lot of moisture. So even if you have oily prone skin, I have combination skin where I do get breakouts, I do have an oily T-zone, and I do have a dry perimeter on the outside of my face. And this works on every single zone of my face. I just use a little less than what I did today typically. Especially if I'm gonna do a full face of makeup, I will do less. I will always do a full pump at night because I wanna go to bed looking like a glazed donut. And if that's not happening, we need to add more moisturizer. But during the day, I kind of scale the moisture back just a little bit, and this one is great. I have others. We'll get into other products. I will show you my setup in the bathrooms in this new house with all of my skincare products. They're on a rotating little organizer. It is so cute. We'll get into it in a separate video, so let me know if you want to see that. But back to the moisturizer. This is great, and the bonus is that you can use this all over the body as well. It's for face and body. It is also affordable. The amount that you get is 13.5 fluid ounces. It is huge. If you use this just as your face moisturizer, as I do, this will last months and months and months. You buy it once, you don't have to buy it again for another 6 to 9 months, maybe even a year, depending on how much you use of this. Obviously sooner if you use it on your body as well as your moisturizer, but this is incredible. So I will take some, whatever's left. Let me just show you my sunburn, okay? Do you see this? I have some major tan lines, but I am sunburnt so bad on my stomach, on my back. It's not good. I have a routine for my body care for that to help soothe that, so maybe I'll share that in a separate video, but that is my moisturizer for today, and I absolutely adore this to pieces. And finally, what I like to do is use a brightening eye cream. The current one in my rotation is from Colleen Rothschild. I have had this for almost 2 years now, and I still have so much of this. I don't use a lot. You only need a tiny little bit, so I will take just a little amount like that. And that may even be too much. Kind of get it evenly dispersed between my 2 fingers, and then I just start kind of dotting this. This is going to brighten the under eye. This is great for anyone who has dark circles or any discoloration. This sort of kind of pinky salmony tone of the eye cream will help correct that a little bit. It's not like a corrector that you would use in like a makeup category where it's thicker. This is going to give you a little bit of a tint, but it's going to be a little bit less than a typical under eye corrector. And then I just kind of pat this in. If you want, you can kind of blend it in with your fingers using the ring finger for that, because that is going to apply the least amount of pressure. But I typically start with my index and I just kind of tap out what I've dispersed between the 2 fingers. And then I just kind of go underneath, and this is going to add moisture and hydration again, but it's also going to help with the darkness. I do use a little bit more depending on what my under eyes look like in the morning, if I've slept well, whatnot. I'm a mom of 4 kids, okay? So sometimes I do get up very early like today, and they're just ready to start at 7:30 in the morning. Okay. I don't know how they have so much energy at the start of the day. Okay. This is what makes me look more awake. So I do a little bit of that, as you can tell. I do have moisturizer on already since we did apply that Prequel moisturizer, so I don't want a lot of this eye cream, but it's beautiful on its own. It's beautiful under makeup, never has any issues with it causing my concealer to crease. It is just a really well-made tinted eye cream, which I really like. And then lastly, we're gonna go in with some lip balm because my lips do feel a little dry. Again, sun exposure has dried out my lips. Need I say more? This is my Cocokind Lip Balm. This is just the clear one. This is called Be Real. Let's be real, okay? No pun intended. I need to order myself a new one because this looks like it's been through it. I love this. I use this every morning after my routine if I can get anything out. It's just a classic clear lip balm, but let me tell you, the feeling of this is like nothing else. I love this. If you have chapped lips, if you've been out in the sun like I have and your lips are really dry or feel irritated because they're kind of sunburnt, get you some of this. You will thank me later. I will not use the lip visor today. I want to try this out separately and use some other new skincare products, so maybe we'll do this in a separate video. But Prequel does have a sunscreen SPF 30 lip balm. This is clear. They do have a tinted version if you're interested in it, but if you just want something very simple, basic in a good way, because this has a lot of great ingredients, Cocokind is where it's at. It's linked for you down below. The very last product in the skincare routine every single morning is SPF. So today I'm going to use this one from dearcloud. This is the Tone Essence Face and Body Sunscreen with SPF 50+ with PA+++++. So that means you're getting full protection from UVA and UVB rays. I'm going to let my skincare routine sit on my skin for a little bit longer before I go with this, but I usually do SPF very last, before I do my makeup, and then I let that sit before I put makeup primers and any other makeup on top, just to ensure that I don't have any pilling. I have not had any pilling with this sort of SPF at all. So I wanted to show you the texture. It does look white and it is quite thick, but once you blend this in, it instantly turns to a clear color, which is nice, so there's no white cast. There is a subtle SPF scent, but it's not intense, it's not overpowering. So this is the one that I'm going to use today. I have several that I love, but I do enjoy this one. It does add a bit of glow and hydration, a boost of moisture. So if you're going to use this and you have maybe oily skin or acne prone skin, this is phenomenal. I would definitely advise that you scale back on the layers of moisturizing toners if you use them. Maybe not as much moisturizer, or something that's more like a gel-like moisturizer, and then follow with this, because this is a little bit more hydrating, as you can see. The glow is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to let my skincare sit and then we'll go in with some SPF. And that is my morning routine for today. This is a little bit more scaled back and more simplistic. I hope that this was kind of helpful and enjoyable to watch, something different, just kind of throwing at you some skincare content, because I do love skincare and that's a big part of what I love to do off camera. So I kind of want to bring that onto the channel, as I said at the start of the video. I'm going to list and link everything that I use in today's video. These products are incredible. The formulas are just top tier, top shelf. I would not be talking about these products if I didn't truly use them and enjoy them and repurchase them. I love everything I shared with you today. We'll talk more skincare in future videos. I will show you my skincare setup, which is different from my old house. So it's kind of like on a cool kind of rotating organizer, so I can access my products, switch them out, and just see everything just laid out a little bit easier for me. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out. I love hearing from you guys. Tell me what you thought about this video. I hope you're doing well. Take care, you guys, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.